everyone, this is Holly Knudson. I'm a cancer coach from Utah, and today I want to talk about retroviruses. Have you ever heard of retroviruses? Well, human endogenous retroviruses, with the acronym being HERVs, have persisted for millions of years to infect the human genome. About 8% of the genome is comprised of HERVs. The majority of HERVs are non-functional due to deactivated mutations or epigenetic control factors. Retroviruses are a subcategory of double-stranded viruses characterized by their unique ability to assimilate their genome into the DNA of host cells using reverse transcription. Their genetic blueprint is carried in the form of RNA rather than DNA, and they use reverse transcriptase enzymes to transcribe their RNA to DNA. And this is the reverse of normal viruses that transcribe their DNA to RNA. Normal cellular transcriptase transcribes DNA into RNA, resulting in the manufacture of viral proteins. Reverse transcriptase allows retroviral genetic material to be permanently incorporated into the genomic DNA of an infected host cell via a viral integrase enzyme. Retroviruses are then able to replicate by utilizing the cellular machinery of the host. Retrovirus transcription is dependent on mechanisms related to epigenetics. Epigenetics is the study of how genes are modified and expressed due to structural changes in DNA. Genes can be turned on or off when DNA is externally modified. HERVs can cause chronic diseases that are autoimmune in nature, infectious diseases, and certain types of cancer. HIV-1 is a retrovirus that causes AIDS. Retroviruses are classified as either Class 1 or Class 2 based on sequencing. Subdivisions include beta retroviruses, HERV-K, and gamma retroviruses, HERV-H and HERV-W. Retroviruses and oncogenesis. Oncogenes are genes that have the potential to cause cancer. They are commonly mutated or highly expressed in tumor cells. Activated oncogenes curtail apoptosis, which is a protective process of programmed cell death, which allows diseased cells to survive and proliferate. If oncogenes mutate, they can become upregulated and permanently activated, predisposing cells to malignancy. Multiple oncogenes operating in conjunction with mutated genes and tumor suppressor genes act in concert to cause cancer. Many oncogenes that cause cancer were initially recognized in retroviruses. Oncogenesis, which is also called carcinogenesis, is a process in which normal cells turn malignant, resulting in tumor formation. Retroviruses cause oncogenesis through several mechanisms, one of which is the encoding of oncogenic proteins that interact with transcription factors to activate immunosuppressive pathways. Retroviruses can be acquired through physical contact, exposure to infected blood, through inhalation, or passed from mother to child during pregnancy. Drivers of chronic illness, including inflammation, oxidative stress, and microbial infections, are known retroviral activation triggers. Oral cavitations and heavy metals are additional triggers. HERVs can be acquired through vaccines, which contain animal-based retroviruses. The expression of the HERV-K envelope gene can be induced by the Epstein-Barr virus, which can activate the retrovirus associated with multiple sclerosis, the autoimmune disease. Electromagnetic radiation emitted from cell phones and Wi-Fi has a significantly negative impact on many of the protective proteins within the body. Glyphosate and airborne pollutants damage critical proteins, as does faulty detoxification and exposure to mold. And this is just another reason why detoxification strategies are so important. Retroviruses are implicated in central nervous system illnesses, autoimmune diseases, certain types of cancer, mast cell activation, mold illness, Lyme disease, asthma, ADHD, and chronic fatigue syndrome. Natural antiviral compounds and protocols. Treatment outcomes of any chronic illness are more effective when retroviruses are addressed in the early stages of the illness. Natural antiviral compounds for retroviruses include Cistus incanus tea, broccoli sprout extract, St. John's wort, Scutellaria root, chlorella, and reishi mushrooms. Cistus incanus is a Mediterranean plant that is a potent source of polyphenols and antioxidants that support immune function. They also dissolve biofilms, support the microbiome, and prevent infections caused by human immunodeficiency viruses. Cistus incanus also impedes the adherence of viral proteins to cells. Sulforaphane, the active compound in broccoli, silences the activity of retroviruses, quells inflammation in the brain, and has shown success in cases of autism. You can sprout broccoli yourself at home. The sprouts do need to be chewed thoroughly in order to be converted to sulforaphane. The dosage is 1 to 2 tablespoons per day. St. John's wort is a leafy herb that has impressive antiviral activity and prevents viruses from fusing to host cell membranes. Scutellaria root, or skullcap root, is cytotoxic to human malignancies, is hepatic protective, meaning it protects the liver, and has been shown to have both antiviral and antibacterial properties. It inhibits the HIV-1 integrase enzyme and is one of the leading compounds used to prevent HIV infections. Chlorella promotes the release of glyphosate and heavy metals like mercury and aluminum. Reishi mushroom contains polysaccharides, antioxidants, and triterpenoids that boost immunity, reduce inflammation, inhibit the progression of HIV-1, and prevents tumor growth by inducing apoptosis and inhibiting angiogenesis, which is the development of new blood vessels, which then supply tumors with blood and nutrients. Addressing parasitic infections, heavy metal toxicity, and silent inflammation are important components underlying retroviruses. Because plants have been exposed to retroviruses for millions of years, they have powerful adaptogenic compounds that can be used to eradicate HERVs. In summary, retroviruses play a role in the development of chronic disease. Inflammation, oxidative stress, infections, EMFs, GMOs, heavy metals, and mold are key factors in the activation of retroviruses. Improvements in chronic conditions can be seen when retroviruses are addressed in the early stages. Retroviruses affect only a small percentage of the population, yet could be the missing link in some people with chronic disease, including cancer. Have you heard of retroviruses? Let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching.